In the year 2047, the world of transportation has undergone a radical transformation. The once ubiquitous internal combustion engine vehicles have been replaced by electric and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. The streets are no longer filled with the roar of engines, but with the quiet hum of electric motors. The air is cleaner, the cities are quieter, and the world is a much greener place. The rise of electric vehicles, EVs, was inevitable. With the world's oil reserves dwindling and the effects of climate change becoming increasingly apparent, the switch to renewable energy sources became a necessity. The automotive industry responded by investing heavily in electric and hydrogen fuel cell technology. Governments around the world implemented policies to encourage the adoption of these vehicles, such as tax incentives and subsidies for EV buyers, and the construction of charging and refueling infrastructure. The transition wasn't easy. There were many challenges to overcome, such as the high cost of EVs and the lack of charging infrastructure. However, advances in battery technology and economies of scale eventually brought down the cost of EVs. The development of fast charging technology and the construction of charging stations along highways and in urban areas made long-distance travel with EVs possible. The adoption of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles was slower due to the high cost of hydrogen and the lack of refueling infrastructure. However, advances in hydrogen production and storage technology, as well as government support, eventually made these vehicles a viable option for long-distance travel and heavy-duty transportation. Self-driving technology has also made significant strides. Most vehicles on the road are now equipped with advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, that can perform tasks such as lane keeping, adaptive cruise control, and collision avoidance. Fully autonomous vehicles are still not common, but they are no longer a novelty. They are used mainly in controlled environments such as private campuses and industrial parks, and for specific applications, such as ride-hailing and delivery services. Public transportation has not become obsolete, but it has evolved. Buses and trams are now electric and self-driving, making them more efficient and reliable. They are also more integrated with other modes of transportation. For example, ride-hailing services and bike-sharing programs are often used for the last mile of a journey, connecting people from a transit stop to their final destination. High-speed rail has also become more prevalent, providing a fast and efficient alternative to air travel for medium-distance trips. Hyperloop, a high-speed transportation system that uses magnetic levitation to move pods through a low-pressure tube, has been implemented in several major corridors, reducing travel time between cities to a fraction of what it used to be. Air travel has also changed. Electric and hybrid electric aircraft are now common for short-haul flights, reducing emissions and noise. Long-haul flights are still mostly powered by jet fuel, but biofuels and synthetic fuels are increasingly being used to reduce their carbon footprint. Flying cars, once a staple of science fiction, have become a reality. However, they are not as common as some had predicted. They are mainly used for emergency services, such as air ambulances and firefighting, and for transportation in remote areas where roads are impractical or non-existent. The use of flying cars in urban areas is limited due to safety concerns and regulatory issues. The future of transportation is not just about new technologies, but also about new ways of getting around. Shared mobility, such as ride-hailing and car sharing, has become the norm rather than the exception. This has reduced the need for car ownership, especially in urban areas where parking is scarce and expensive. Active transportation, such as walking and cycling, has also become more popular. Cities around the world have implemented policies to promote active transportation, such as building bike lanes and pedestrian-friendly streets, and implementing car-free zones. The future of transportation is also about sustainability. The shift towards electric and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, along with the use of renewable energy sources for charging and refueling, has significantly reduced the carbon footprint of transportation. However, there is still much work to be done to achieve a truly sustainable transportation system. In conclusion, the future of transportation is likely to be a mix of new technologies and old ones, of shared mobility and active transportation, of electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. It will be a future where getting around is easier, cleaner, and more efficient. It will be a future where transportation is not just about getting from point A to point B, but about improving our quality of life and preserving our planet for future generations. Subscribe.